Hello everyone. For those of you who enjoy your eyeliner and your lashes and cannot live without them, this video that I've done here is for you. This is still a daytime. For those of you, and I myself used to very much love to wear my winged eyeliner. I think it's another way to lift the eyes beautifully, but as I find I get a little old, I've had to change that because it's an aging look as you get older, and it's not very daytime friendly. So I think I kind of jumped into this a little bit when I started this introduction. As you get older, that full-on eyeliner look on the top and the bottom, no matter how big your eyes on, is heavy for the daytime. And especially as you get older. So what you'll see that I did, and this is why I really like this pencil. It's a very, very, very skinny, and I believe this is a gel liner, but it's in a pencil. You can just take this and start your initial shape, you know, and you can get right in there, you know, and get your initial shape going. I wouldn't have left this without putting something on top of it. So what I did was I took this liquid liner by e.l.f. I also used a gel or cream liner by e.l.f. and that gets not only your shape but allows you to fill in comfortably. So it's 3 different products I used just to get my shape exactly right. So for me, I'll use the pencil to get the initial shape that I'm looking for, especially if you're not only a little older but you have hooded eyes. This is a very good tool, these cream liner. And then I use this with a paint brush, which you guys will also see in the video. And if you see the tip of that right there, you can just get right in there. So to get my initial shape and do my filling in, I'll use a combination of the pencil and the gel, and I can leave it right there. But I was going for a very specific look for those people who like their hard eyeliner, they're really black eyeliners. I used on top of it an e.l.f. And this is just a regular liquid liner, and it's got the old school, which I love these. I haven't seen these in a while. Usually the ones that are out now are the felt tips, which I'm not crazy about. I love these. This is just a regular little very, very thin brush, so you can just get right in. There's jet satiny black too. So that was the purpose of this particular video, is I love my eyeliner to look that way. But number 1, it's very harsh for daytime. Number 2, as you get older, it's not a good look. It's aging. But if you really, really can live without your eyeliners, you really, really have to have your eyelashes, you can do it and have it look nice and appropriate for daytime and not too harsh. So as you can tell, I did do that. But another thing I refrained from doing as I did this was I took it, not the whole eye, well, like I usually do, well, like I did when I was younger, not anymore, half of the eye, or the last third of the eye, and then maybe half of the bottom, that type of thing, so that you're not closing off your eye, and so that you do not have this whole glob of black eyeliner all around your eyes. It still looks soft enough, and sort of like a nice soft cut crease eyeshadow look to go with it. Of course, I played down the brows, and I'm loving this. I called it the Brow Wiz, but it's not. That's by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is Brow Define, and this one's by Maybelline, but it's a dupe. Yeah, I wanted to talk about this blush very, very quickly. If I'm gonna go outside and I have to have my black winged eyeliner on and my cat eye and my false lashes, I want to go and tame down the face as much as possible, because I'm probably going to want a nice bold lip to go with that. because I know I was going to be going for that, I went for a really fresh face. And when you want a really fresh, natural looking face, and I have a video on that, it's probably like 4 videos before this one, on how to get that really beautiful, fresh face, that flawless, fresh looking face. You'll want to probably go either with a liquid blush or a cream blush. In this case, I picked a Sephora one also. I want to say a reddish brown type of color. And I wanted that fresh face to go with this. I didn't want too much glitter. I did not outdo my brow so that the look would be balanced out and I wasn't overpowering the focal point, which is the eyeliner in this look, and your lashes. So for those of us who really cannot live without our, you know, really intense eyeliners and our bold lipsticks and our false lashes, I think this is a very nice daytime appropriate way to do it. And also, instead of using the illuminizers and the highlighters that we're all used to using, to keep from having too much of a shimmery or a glittery effect on the face during the day, you can go for a very natural looking glow, and this really helps with that a lot, and you'll see that I do this in the video. So this is it. This is what I would do if I have to have my eyeliner on and I'm gonna be using false lashes. I also could have used a strip. They have very beautiful natural strip lash. And so, right, that is it. And I hope you guys get something out of it and that you really enjoy it. I enjoy doing it, and I really love this makeup look. Remember that makeup is very subjective. Of course, there are technicalities. That's why you go to beauty school, that you have to know to apply your makeup properly. But it's also about style. And what I like, someone else may not like. And what someone else likes, I may not be a big fan of. So for those of you who love your Joan Jett eyeliner, this one's for you. And I'll see you guys next video. Bye-bye. Okay, everybody, so here we go. And that is a little palette. It's like a little generic Urban Decay, a mini one I got from Sephora. And these are the colors I'll be using. The second one is a Wet n Wild Fergie collection, and those are grays. Those are cream and liquid blushes from Sephora. And there is, I believe that's Wet n Wild. And those are natural lashes. So I'm just showing you, these are the individuals. I did end up using those, as I mentioned in the introduction. And there is the Bare Minerals foundation. And I'm going to be setting it with the actual minerals and the concealer. All of that is Bare Minerals. So I'm just showing you here what products I have used in this video. And this is what I'm going to be preparing my face with. And so that's an avocado cream. And then on top of that is the Garnier BB cream. And then I use the Equifor just to moisten up my lips and get them ready for lipstick later. So all of this will be setting as I do my eyes. And again, the focal point of this makeup is the winged eyeliner, making it very sexy and at the same time daytime appropriate. And well, as you can see here, I'm still applying the BB cream. But I'm going to get into my eyes, and that's the Wet n Wild eye primer. Yes, I'm still using that, and it still works pretty well, but a concealer would work just as well. So I don't know that I'm going to get another one. Seem to work the same for me. And so here I'm going in with my fluffy tapered brush, and that is not Wet n Wild. That is the line that I always use. From the dollar store, that fluffy brush. And I taking the darkest pink from that small palette, and that's also from the same line that the brush is from. And that's dollar store cosmetics, and you guys see me using this stuff all of the time. There really is no difference between this and my Coastal Scents palette, just to be really, really honest. So you can go high-end, you can go drugstore, and many, many times get the same exact results. So I have taken that pink shade, it's going to be my transition, as well as going up into my higher socket, and then I'm going to cut my crease with this e.l.f. Liner. It's a liner brush, it's just a flat liner brush. And I'm just with my fingers, you can see, because I have hooded eyes, touching to feel where my socket is, and that's where that line is going to be drawn in. If you'll notice, it's not going to touch my lid. So the mobile lid is not going to have any of these colors. It's going to stay completely blank until I get to the color that's going to go just on the lid. And what this does is make me look like I have a socket area as well as a bigger mobile lid. This will all be blended out. That line is not going to just stay there looking like that. So with a pencil brush, also by e.l.f., I am blending that out. And as I'm pretty sure you noticed previously, I also blended out the pink shade, which is in both my high and lower socket, and acting as a transitionary color. So you don't have to be too precise about how that line goes in. You just have to be really good at blending it in so that it looks like it belongs there and it has no harsh lines. So I'm going to take a lighter color from the small quad that I was holding up where the pink comes from. I'm pointing at it. And I'm going to blend both of these things out together so as to remove any harsh lines in either color. And I do that for a few seconds. So I kind of like really fast forward through here. And that's the same brush. I'm just going over it with that lighter pink. And that's going to blend everything out and soften it out for me. Then I'm going to take a much lighter color, and I think it's an off-white, yes. And that's going to go on my brow bone. If you hear a little bit of noise in the background, it's my TV. I'm watching Mob Wives while I'm listening to it. This is a nice rusty, one of those pots. And this one is by e.l.f. It's a very nice rusty goldish color, and I'm using it as a base. But it's one of those paint pots. I'm also going to use it as a liner. It's going to smudge the liners that are going to go on my lower lash line, and it comes out quite nice. I really, really love that color. So that silvery white shade, and this is a shimmer, is going to just go on the lid up to where that purple line that I drew there, the actual cut. And this is going to clean it up and make it look really nice and neat. And it also is going to highlight my lid. And again, that gives the effect that I have a very defined socket area and a bigger mobile lid. And again, going in with, this is a Wet n Wild. It's a blending brush, but it's got the shape. It's very angled. It's got the shape of one of those Mac, I think it was a Mac 214 brush. It's got the same exact shape as that brush. And again, just going in, blending everything out, making sure I have no harsh lines. If you can probably tell, I am sitting in front of a window, and that's the best way to apply your makeup. And then here is the skinny. This is a skinny liner brush, and I'm showing you also the Sephora eyeliners I purchased for $29. And that purple is an Urban Decay purple. Very, very, very bright purple, but it's a beautiful, I want to say a violet purple. That I am showing you, that's going to go on the lower lash line. But this is the skinny liner, and this is what I was talking about in my introduction. I'm just mapping out how I want my line to look with this pencil. I could technically use this as my only product for eyeliner, but the look that I'm going for is going to be very, very dark, and you're not going to be able to see this on camera. You can probably catch it in the pictures, but the look that I'm going for is a really satiny, extremely dark cat eye liner. And this is something most of us would wear on a night out, but I want to show you that you can pull it off during the day. And the trick that I find where I can pull it off during the day is doing what I'm doing. So now this is an e.l.f. excuse me, cream liner. And I'm going to further go in and continue to get my shape and define and fill in, as well as begin to darken this area. And once I have my full shape, I'm going to go in with an e.l.f. liquid liner. That's going to give it its most darkness and perfect everything for me. So this is the way I find that it's easier. I technically could have used the pencil I had first and did the whole thing. It would have taken me a lot longer, and it would have been, probably would have looked really jaggedy. So I find that it's 3 products, but it's easier to get the job done. And as you can tell, as I was saying in my introduction, I am not needing to line the entire eye. I am only lining half of the eye, and that's going to make all the difference in the world, as you can see. And that's why I let this part play a little bit longer than the other parts, so that you can see exactly how that would be accomplished if you want to do this for daytime. And that's a paintbrush. You can just get this, I believe it's Royal, but you can just get those in any department store. They're really, really cheap. And so going back to the Sephora liners, if you go into your local Ulta or Sephora shops, you can get these little, they're like tryout kits, or beginner kits, and they're really cheap, and you'll get all of the, there goes the Urban Decay, that's the purple liner that's going on the bottom line, and I'm smudging that black that I put down there with that. And then I'm taking a pencil brush and a smudge brush, both by e.l.f., to go in and blend that out, and I'm going to keep smudging it out. And this is the same rusty color paint pot I used on the top lid. Now I'm going to use it to smudge, and of course that's a Q-tip. And I found that it was easier to smudge using the Q-tip to get the most pigmentation out of the rusty color. I tried to get as close as I could to the camera so that you can see the effect, because the camera tends to drain colors. And so what I can see in my mirror, you guys are not, or you're seeing a percentage of the pigmentation that I can see. So I just try to get really close to the lens. And then now using the combination of the light and the dark pinks, and using the e.l.f. smudge brush, I'm further going down and now smudging everything together on the lower lash line. And I think you can see the effect that that gives. Well, this is so I can get away with a complete cat eye. And now this is the Kat Von D felt tip liner, and I'm further using that to intensify and to get a really, really, really good point, a perfect point, a very, very fine point at the end of this cat eye. And I'm loving these liners, and I really would very much recommend, if you got, an extra 20 bucks on you, to get these starter kits for these liners Sephora has. That's called Sephora Favorites. And you will be able to take advantage of all of the best high-end eyeliners. So I found that it was a great buy, and I invested. Here, using the Maybelline Eyebrow Define, not Wiz. I keep saying it's the Brow Wiz because I'm comparing it to the Anastasia. And this is a good dupe for it though. So here, curling lashes, mascara, and that's the Maybelline Star Wars. I swear that's what it's called, Star Wars. And then I'm going to use these individuals by Andrea. And I use 6 on each eye towards the end of the eye to keep the effect of the lifting of the eyes going. So here I have completed both eyes, brows, and then I'm going in with face makeup, face makeup, and as you can tell, that's a foundation brush by e.l.f. And that's the Bare Skin by Bare Minerals. And then I'm taking a wedge, it's damp, and I am buffing everything out, again to soften up the face and to just give a really nice finish. I set this with the Bare Minerals, the actual minerals, which I'm doing here, with that really, really big kabuki brush, and that's by e.l.f. as well. And then I'm going to go in with the Sephora blush, and this is called Blush Me. These are $5. So yeah, this is from a high-end store, but Sephora has their own makeup line, and it's quite reasonable, especially these cream blushes. So I wanted a nice, fresh, natural-looking face, since I've gone for cat eye during the day, with eyeliner, and black at that. And so I softened down the face, and then using the Bare Minerals Stroke of Light Concealer, that's just to hide the dark lines I have under my eyes. Again, using the wedge. And then at this point, I'm going to go in for the very bold lip. Well, after this is the Equaphor, and what I'm doing is the same thing we do with the highlights. Any highlighter that I would have used, I'm replacing it with this, so I have no shimmer on my face. Just a really natural glow. Nice little tip. And then I do believe that this is going to be my very, very bold lip. That's a Wet n Wild, and I did tell you guys the color of that in the introduction. Cherry something. It doesn't look anything like cherries, but that's what it's called. And that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's very wearable, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.